To all the Biafrans, IPOB members, and especially oppressed Nigerians worldwide, I want to say congratulations to us all. Some may be thinking that this victory of Nnmadi Kanu in Kenya is just a victory for the Biafrans and for the IPOB. No. I want to say this is a victory for all the oppressed Nigerians. Okay. Now, according to the video you're about to watch, the news in details, as seen from Sahara Reporters, a Kenya High Court has fined Kenya government. Get it right. Has fined the Kenya government worth of over 120 million naira that they must pay as damages to Nnmadi Kanu. Why? Nnmadi Kanu was not extradited according to international law. No. It was extraordinary rendition. The former government of the criminal former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, he has hands in this. In collaboration with the former terrorist president, Muhammadu Buhari, they all connive together to kidnap and to abduct an innocent citizen who entered Kenya legally to Nigeria. Now, I want to salute, special salute to the justice, the judge that gave this convicted Kenya government. And this is a message to all the tyrants we have in Africa who feel we Africans, we don't have voice. This is a warning to you guys. I know even the current government of Pablo Escobar Tinubu, you are after some of us. Like me, I know. I've been saying this in 2023. I got my intel from Abuja. Even yesterday, I got an intel. I'm aware, you guys. I'll be your this thing, I'll be your watchword. But guess what? They like, I don't know for that, but for me, Holy Ghost, I'm not scared of you today. I'm not scared of you. I've never been scared of you. Today, I'm not scared of you. Tomorrow, I will never be scared of you. I will say what I want to say and how I want to say it. All right. Because what Nnmadi Kanu was saying was too hot for them. They have to connect together criminal leaders. Criminals. They have to connect together to kidnap, to steal human being, Nnmadi Kanu, from Kenya to Nigeria. Today, I'm sure that Kenya government now, they can see the shame and the slap on their face. Nigerian government, they can see the shame and the slap on their face. Guys, please, this is a long read, okay? I'd like you to give me your utmost attention, please, as we read this. Just pay close attention, read to the end, so that you see the role that the criminal government of Kenya, former government of Kenya, when the president Uhuru Kenyatta was there, you see the role he played, along with the chief terrorist Buhari, what they play in kidnapping Nnmadi Kanu. Endeavor to like this video, please share it so that the world can see it. All right, because if you keep quiet, if you this or Biafra, it doesn't concern you, you might be a victim tomorrow. And let me tell you, some of you are supporting these evil people. When you are a victim, right? Maybe you don't have a prominent person, maybe your family that maybe will speak up. Maybe you don't have a platform like us. I already got a platform. God forbid anything happen. My platform move on. You understand? Or I see anything, I can shake the government my platform. You understand? But you don't have nobody to speak on your own. But look at Nnmadi Kanu, a old Professor Lumbuba, and Kanu have all the giants of social media that be fighting for him. So anyway you see oppression, you must fight it, because oppression against one is an oppression for all. Do you understand? Please like this video and let's read together. According to Sahara Reporters, breaking, Kenya court declares that the Kanu abduction and rendition to Nigeria illegal, awards 120 million naira in damages. Okay, let's go into the news in details. The court also awarded Kanu 10 million Kenya shillings in compensatory damages against the Kenya government for his role in the unlawful abduction and rendition. Okay, this is getting interesting. Meaning, Kenya government was involved. A high court, a high court in Nairobi, Kenya, has ruled that the abduction and detention of indigenous people of Biafra leader Nnmadi Kanu in Kenya and his subsequent rendition to Nigeria in June 2021 were unlawful and illegal. Delivering judgment, Justice E.C. Imweta held that the actions of both the Kenya and Nigeria government amounted to gross violations of Kanu fundamental human rights as protected by their respective constitutions. The court also awarded Kanu 10 million Kenya shillings in compensatory damages against the Kenya government for his role in the unlawful abduction and rendition. Justice E.C. Imweta said, having considered the pleadings and arguments by parties, the decision relied on the Constitution and the law I came to the following conclusions. One, first, the government of Kenya violated the constitution and Mr. Nnmadi Kanu's rights and fundamental freedoms. Having entered Kenya lawfully, he was subject to the protection offered by the Constitution of Kenya 210, and the government of Kenya had an obligation to uphold and protect his rights and fundamental freedoms. Mr. Nnmadi was, however, abducted, kept in solitary confinement, tortured, and denied food and medication, a breach of basic rights. He was detained, humiliated, ridiculed, and held in contempt, and later forcibly removed from Kenya without following the law in violations of his rights and fundamental freedoms, for which the government of Kenya is liable. Based on the above conclusion, the court makes the following declarations and orders it considers appropriate. A declaration is hereby issued that the abduction of Mr. Nnmadi Kanu, Kanu, holding him in incommunicado confinement, torturing him, and denying him food, water, medication, and other basic necessity was a violation of his right and fundamental freedoms. A declaration is hereby issued that the abduction and subsequent forcibly removal of Mr. Nnmadi Kanu, Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria was a violation of the laws of Kenya, his rights and fundamental freedoms, including freedom of movement and security of the persons guaranteed by the Constitution Kenya 210, and therefore unconstitutional and illegal. And all that for compensation is hereby issued, awarding Mr. Nnmadi Kanu, Kanu general damages of 10,000 in bracket 119,340 sorry 100 wait in bracket 119,546,576.79 kobo naira against the Attorney General of Kenya, okay, on behalf of the government of Kenya for the violation of Mr. Kanu Nnmadi Kanu constitutional rights and fundamental freedom. Meanwhile, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has hailed the judgment as a landmark victory, saying it vindicates the group's long-standing position since what is described as a sham and facial triumph of its leader in Nigeria. A statement signed by the IPOB spokesperson, Ima Powerful, read, "The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, wishes to formally announce a resounding judicial earthquake that has shaken the legal foundations of the fundamental rendition of our leader, Nnmadi Kanu, in a historic, a courageous, and landmark judgment delivered on June 24, 2025. The High Court of Kenya, sitting in Nairobi, found that the abduction, incommunicado, detention, torture, and illegal transfer of Nnmadi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria in June 21 was unlawful, unconstitutional, and a gross violation of his fundamental human rights under Kenya and international law. The judgment vindicates our consistent position that what transpired in Nairobi in June 2021 was not extradition, but extraordinary rendition, a criminal act of state-sponsored international terrorism involving the highest authorities of the Nigeria and Kenya government. This is what all of us, we have said it before, that Kenya government have had this. Anyway, let me proceed reading. We are grateful beyond measure to the brilliant legal leadership of Professor P.L.O. Lububa, led counsel in the Kenya litigation, whose courage, clarity, and tenacity led to the monumental legal victory. IPOB also extend heartfelt appreciation to the Kenya judiciary, especially Honorable Justice E.C. Imweta, who stood tall against ferocious political interference and international diplomatic pressure to deliver a fearless judgment, grounded in law, morality, and constitutional justice. We know, and now the world must acknowledge, that Nnmadi Kanu did not commit any crime in Kenya. He entered Kenya lawfully as a British citizen. He was abducted in broad daylight at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by agents of Nigeria's secret police in collusion with rogue elements of the Kenya security apparatus. He was shared. Excuse me, guys. Okay, he was shared. Jesus Christ. He was shared, tortured, denied medication, and eventually bundled onto a private jet and flew illegally to Abuja without any extradition hearing or judicial warrant. This verdict places a permanent and indelible legal stain on the record of former President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria, and former Attorney General Abubakar Malami and their accomplices. It also exposes the criminal lobbying missions embarked upon by Nigerian leaders from Buhari, Osinbajo to Tinubu and Shettima, all of whom tried and failed to manipulate Kenya's judiciary to cover up this international condemned act of extraordinary rendition. Let it be known that this is not the end. This is the beginning of a global accountability campaign. All these responsible in Kenya, Nigeria, or elsewhere shall be pursued to the ends of the earth under the universal principle of accountability for crimes against humanity. Neither British diplomatic complicit nor cowardly silence from Western powers will share the perpetrator from the legal, diplomatic, and moral reckoning that is coming. To Justice E.C. Weta, we say thank you for your judicial bravery. To Professor P.L.O. Lububa, that is my man, and his team, we salute your exceptional advocacy to the oppressed peoples of the world. This is your victory, a warning to tyrants that international holders will no longer shade criminal regime from justice. The statement read. Wow, this is powerful. What's your take on this, guys? Please leave your thought at the comment section. I'll be reading and responding. Thank you.